Brak Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Brak Yahweh Brakatha, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled Current Event. Lord will you are edified. My source, Natural News, article entitled Poll shows 86% of Americans believe homelessness is a major problem in the U.S., published June 2nd, 2023. A new poll shows that a full 86% of American adults rate the nation's homelessness problem as being serious, and more than half think the situation is currently very serious. The sentiment is roughly the same across party lines, with 58% of Republican voters, 56% of Democratic voters, and 52% of independents characterizing the problem as very serious. Not surprisingly, nearly 60% of those who participated in the poll felt the problem has been getting worse in the last 2 years. However, respondents were split when it came to who should be in charge of fixing the nation's homelessness problem. Nearly a third of respondents stated that the federal government should be tasked with addressing the problem, while 39% say it's up to state governments and 15% believe it falls under the purview of local governments. Federal government is taking some steps to address homelessness, but there is no easy solution. The federal government announced earlier this month that it would be providing help to the state of California as well as 5 major American cities to bring homelessness people into permanent housing. The cities that will be receiving aid at the local level include Seattle, Phoenix, Dallas, Chicago, and LA. The move is part of a wider effort by the Biden administration to decrease the number of homelessness people in the country by 25% by 2025. They say that they will be providing tailored support during the next 2 years, which includes placing a federal official in each area to oversee the effort. They will also be looking for areas where regulations can be relaxed to help speed up the process of securing housing. There were more than 580,000 homeless Americans last year, and around 40% of them were unsheltered and sleeping in their cars, tents, or on sidewalks. The National Alliance to End Homelessness 2023 State of Homelessness report found that 22% of America's homelessness population are individuals who are chronically homeless, while 6% are veterans and 5% are unaccompanied young people under the age of 25. And this is showing the downfall of America, you know. And what also supports the growing numbers in homelessness is what? Ecclesiastes 12:3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few. So if these businesses are being affected, so affected that they are closing, then of course it's going to be hard to decrease the numbers in homelessness because there are no jobs, right? There are no jobs. And As of sometime last year, um, I want to say around 75% of Americans has less than $1,000 in their savings account. And you can't do shit with $500, right? You can't pay no rent and things of that nature. Even in Mississippi, a one bed apartment has jumped up to $1,200 to $1,500. That is fucking insane, right? That is insane. And to add, when businesses are closing, people will not be able to afford their rent, their house note. Look, I want to say, I think it was on Monday, you had a behavioral unit in Mississippi to close down. So, nursing staff, recreation therapists, mental health techs, social workers reported to that unit sometime this week just to find out that the unit was closing. Question: what are these people going to do? They have to grind it out. See, Esau has made it. And most importantly, this is within the will of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Esau has made it where you need two people in a household to sustain that household. But most importantly, it's all about prophecy. Nothing happens on earth unless it's signed off by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, whether it's on the right side or the left side. Again, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men shall bow themselves, the keepers of the house can be associated with these economists, people that watch the stock markets as well, right? Strong men in the Hebrew, your so-called rich men, people that are doing pretty good, they will be humble. Because if you are taking away the middle class, then the upper middle class will be affected. The middle class is the heartbeat of America. Shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Meaning what? No hope. And the doors shall be shut in the street when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Meaning, you're going to have people waking up extremely early, trying to find employment to sustain their household. And you have a lot of places in America that can be classified as tent cities, especially in the West Coast. Isaiah 55:11, so shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth, and the mouth of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua is his prophets. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, such as the downfall of America. And what supports that is 86% of Americans believe homelessness is a major problem in the U.S., and it's getting worse. But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Right? So things are about to get worse. And all we have is what? Isaiah 33:6. And the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Stability. Going into credulity, meaning credit, meaning our faith is going to stabilize us. Us having understanding of the scriptures. That is going to support us, right? And the strength of salvation and this wisdom and knowledge, if we are the elect, leads us into salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. So buckle up. It's going to get much worse. Lord will, you are edified. Shalom.